Indestructible Gaming. Select your character. Musketshot. Mr. K. Let the battle begin. Get ready for a battle unknown. 3, 2, 1.
Hello and welcome to Indestructible Gaming and More. I am Musketshot. Alongside me is my co-host, Mr. K. Mr. K, hello.
Welcome back, everyone. It's been a good St. Patrick's Day and all of those other holidays we we've forgotten to address.
Exactly. It's been a while. So today we're discussing a game called A Way Out. And this is a pretty popular game, and many people have probably heard of this one already. I heard about this game already. This is a game released in 2018, developed by Hazelight, which is located in Sweden. And they've got some pretty popular games. The first one being Brothers, which was a pretty big game for them. Way Out. And then new for 2021 is It Takes Two, which I know we mentioned possibly trying that out. Seemed kind of interesting. And then it's published by Electronic Arts, which if you don't know Electronic Arts, then just think of all the sports games that they do and everything else under the sun that they put out now.
Yeah.
So they pretty much do everything. Sims games, everything like that, right? So,
Yeah, pretty much.
So that's pretty much their big. But this Way Out is rated M, 17 plus. It's got some nudity, blood, sexual content, strong language, intense violence. It's on PS4, PC, Xbox One. We played it on Game Pass. But we both played it prior with other people. So I played it with your dad. You played it with some friends. And it's a split screen co-op adventure game. And I'll let you tell everybody about the story.
Well, there's not really much to it at first. As you go on, it starts to unfold into a bigger story. But you play as two people, a man named Vincent and a man named
Leo,
yeah. Always forget his name. Leo's not coming. You don't really hear a lot of Leos around anymore.
No.
I have never met a Leo before, so.
I don't know if I have either.
But yeah, you play as these two, and basically you have to find a way out of a prison.
Mm-hmm.
That's pretty much it. It's a, like Musketshot said, it's a 2-player split screen kind of game, but you can play it online. If the person you're playing with owns it, you don't have to buy a copy for yourself.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Which is very rare for games to do, which I appreciate a lot. Especially since it's like a story game where it's like a one and done kind of deal.
Yeah.
I appreciate it the most, but I have played it multiple times, so it's definitely you can play it a lot.
Yes. Yep. Yeah, very story driven.
Yeah, it's
choice driven type game, make it decisions.
Not a big expansive line of decisions, but
right. Enough to make
spice it up a little bit.
Spice it up, yeah. Yeah, yes. You start off in prison, which it's pretty much they do show you that it's pretty rough in prison with, fights going on and all that stuff. And you gotta interact with the inmates and guards and stuff like that.
If you're wondering where the nudity takes place, the prison is the right place to be.
Yeah. Exactly. if that's what you want to see.
Yeah.
But in the prison, there's a lot of distracting. You have to distract people. You've got to distract the guards. Sometimes you got to distract the other prison inmates or talk to them and steal certain things and distract, get them to do something else, or
Yeah,
this fight scenes. There's like a whole bunch of stuff.
It's like a movie almost. You gotta, it just kind of goes along, and you go along with it.
Yeah,
but it's interesting though. I found it extremely fun to do.
Yeah. There's parts. There's a part in the prison where you're trying to make an escape route in your cell, and so you have a pick or something. I don't know. There's something that you have, and you pull the toilet away from the wall, and then you have to try to like make this square behind the toilet so you can sneak out.
But the other person has to like look out for the guards while this person is trying to take out the toilet.
Yeah. So you have to, one person has to look both ways down the hall to see if there's a guard coming. And when there is, you have to tell the person to kind of stop so that the person can push the toilet back in place and then just stand there. And then, of course, the guards are always looking at you and like, what are you doing up? Go back to bed.
Yeah, they won't. And the characters won't say anything unless it's like really major, like it might screw you over like unfairly.
Right.
But the game won't tell you. So it's really up to the two players who are playing the game.
Yeah.
Like, for example, of unfairly things, like there's a part where we're going down like a river, and they would say, go this way or go that way. Because if we didn't, we probably would have taken a lot of damage and died.
Right.
So that would have been unfair, and because of them telling us, we avoided that. So, like I said, it's not all the time.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. There's a lot of different things that it's a lot of this game is, you and your co-op partner working together to escape, obviously, and then to stay out there, running away and trying to escape from the guards and stuff like that. And, you're on a mission once you leave the prison.
Yeah, as you leave the prison, the story unfolds, but
right.
We won't tell you anything else other than that.
Yeah. I mean, you find out what the storyline is really pretty much when you're in prison and towards the beginning of the game, but then
they don't,
a lot of it,
you leave the prison fairly quickly.
Yeah. It unfolds as you're playing the game and stuff like that. So, it's pretty cool. There's a lot to do in this game. A lot of stealth activity, running, a lot of running.
There are some funny moments in the game.
Yeah.
Would you give it a lot of personality? Like we were outside of this like farmhouse, and there was some old couple inside, and they heard about us, and the cops on the TV were telling them that if they heard anything or saw us, call the cops. And we had two decisions. We had to either go in the house and tie them up and throw them in a closet, or the other option is to turn on one of their cars and hopefully distract them. We went in there and took them hostage and threw them in the closet.
Yeah. And that was something that neither one of us had done previously. So
it was pretty funny, though.
It was pretty funny. You tie him up, you throw him in the closet, and then you just, it's funny because the game will let you do certain things afterwards. And so we were just wandering around the house doing different things. You were playing the piano at one point. You were playing a banjo.
Yeah, you can play like instruments. You can put on hats and try them on. Yeah,
we changed clothing while we were in there. At one point, we were doing the dishes for him.
Yeah.
The character's like, I might as well do. Well, since we did this to him, I'll help him out a little bit. We'll help him by doing the dishes. And then you just sit there doing the dishes. You can eat their cookies. That was a whole bunch of different things in that house. A lot more than I remember doing last time.
In each environment you can be in. Because it seems like in the game, there's points where it drives you in one direction and then it gives you an open level. And in these open levels, there's some stuff you can interact with. Not all of them, but some of them there are interactions.
Yeah. Yeah.
which with objects and or people, and it's pretty interesting when you get to do them.
Yeah.
Like, we played Connect 4,
Yeah.
like actual Connect 4 in the game.
Yeah. Yeah. We were playing Connect 4 at a hospital. So, yeah, it was pretty funny. And then there's also another time where we were at um, an airfield, and we were inside a building, and there's a video game that you could play. It was almost like Pong. So we were playing that against each other. Then we played darts against each other. So
Darts wasn't really all that entertaining, though. You just kind of threw it at the target, and that was it.
Yeah, but it's kind of fun to have those types of moments where you can kind of goof around and do some other things.
It's really cool because you have those moments with multiplayer where it's like it depends on the other person, and then you can just relax and enjoy it.
Yeah, there's a lot of
be stressful.
Right, there's a lot in this game where you have to, you have to do certain things like, you could be jumping and you have to grab the other person's hand, so the other person's got to hit, the X button or do something.
There are some quick time events.
Yeah,
that show up on the screen.
Some of it isn't too bad. Some of it is a little bit quick, but most of it's. I think this game is pretty good with showing you what it is and leaving it there for a couple seconds for you to realize what it is. Unlike some games where it's like they show you for like seems like a millisecond and you're like, what the hell was that? What am I supposed to hit? Too late, but yeah, there's a lot to this game to do.
Yeah, I'm happy there's a bunch of other games that are becoming like this.
Yeah. So there's a lot of similar games, and I'm not sure if this was sort of a groundbreaking game when it came out and started a lot of other games, but
I'm not sure. I don't remember hearing about this. I think it went under the radar for a lot of people.
Yeah, and it's a great game to play because the storyline is pretty good and has some twists and turns in it too. So it's really well written. The characters are, really believable, and you really, you begin to really like the characters that you're playing.
And they always like to change up how things go as well.
Yeah.
Like not just story wise, but gameplay wise as well.
Mm-hmm.
They always like to change it up, so you're always experiencing something new,
right,
and interesting and different and stuff that plays differently.
Yeah,
like 1 minute you can be climbing up an elevator shaft, and then the next thing you know, you're on the boat and you're trying to canoe.
Yeah,
it's very different.
Yeah, there's some I think some of the driving scenes were crazy for us. We had at one point police chasing after us after we left the farm, driving you were driving the truck and I was in the back of the truck shooting at the police vehicles. And actually at one point my character fell out and was hanging on and dragging behind. So I had to press the X button a bunch of times to get him to hang on and pull himself up, which is pretty funny. There's a motorcycle scene in the game that's it was crazy. You had to escape from different people. So it's a lot of cool different things to do in this game. Like I said, a lot of stealth activities and stuff like that to, kind of crouch and hide from people and sneak up on them and take them out. So yeah,
this is probably going to be a really short episode. Because this is, like we said, this is a story-driven game, so it's kind of hard to talk about everything about it without spoiling anything major.
Yeah.
Like from what we just said, we kind of spoiled just a tiny bit as is.
Yeah. It's just one of those games you really have to play it to really to get to know the game and stuff like that. We could tell you everything about the game, but it would kind of ruin some of the surprises.
Yeah, it ruins the appeal to it, and then it also ruins the overall feel of the game to experience it.
Yeah, but definitely worth playing. I finished. I finished it with your dad. We finished it together. I think we finished it in like 2 or 3 nights or something like that. So it's a pretty quick game if you spend some time playing it.
But
Yeah, that's pretty much it, I think, right?
I mean, there was music too, of course, like any other video game, but it's pretty good.
And the music adds to the intensity at moments, but you don't really. I think
you don't really tend to notice it.
Yeah, I think for a lot of games, I don't really notice the music too much unless it's very repetitive. This was just in the background type of stuff, and like I said, this is kind of almost like a movie type game. So the music's gonna help set the scene, but it shouldn't be the thing that you notice completely all the time. So
but that's pretty much all we can talk about. I think we covered everything in terms of gameplay.
Yep. So what would you rate it?
I'd probably have to rate it like I want to say like an 8.5 out of 10.
Oh, okay. Wow. Okay. Well, I'm gonna rate it a 10 out of 10 because I enjoyed playing it both times a lot. So
I mean, like, I enjoyed the game. I just wish it was, I don't know. I wish it was longer or I wish they added like some sort of DLC or something that, I don't know, gives you a different perspective.
Yeah.
Of different characters from the story or something along those lines. Maybe it'd be cool if I don't know. It'd be interesting. I would like to see more to be done with this. I liked the game a lot. Yeah. I was thinking of giving it a 9, but I feel like giving it a 9 wouldn't, I don't know, it didn't sit right with me.
Yeah. Okay. Well, that's fine.
I still enjoyed it. It's a very good game.
Yeah.
I wish more could have been done with it. It's like with these games, I just wish they were longer because like once you're done with them, you're not really going to want to touch it again unless you have like a friend over or something.
Right.
Unless you kind of forgot all about it and you're like, let me check this out again.
Yeah. It's one of those games. It's
going to be a while.
Yeah. And when we played it, we both were like, who do you want to be? And I said who I was going to be. And I was Leo and you were Vince. And because I was like, oh, last time I played, I was Vince. And then we played the game and I got to the end and I was like, you know what? Last time I was Leo too. I'm like, oh, darn.
Yeah, I don't know who I was.
Yeah, so I was like, oh well. But yeah, it's one of those games that you might play it once and that's it. Or you might be like, willing to play it with, different people each time to just kind of see their reaction and stuff.
But overall, not a bad game. It's a good game.
Yeah.
Definitely recommend checking it out. Especially with a friend. I feel like it's a lot more fun with the person.
Yeah, oh, definitely. Yeah.
It can all like we said, this is online and split screen. So
yeah.
Play with whoever.
Yep.
Which is very cool. But maybe we can check out that other game. I think it was called It Takes Two.
Yeah. Right.
Which is also another game like this that also has the that pass thing going on where the other person doesn't need a copy.
Yeah. Cool.
I wish more games did that, but
yeah, exactly.
Oh well.
Yeah.
But all right. What's next episode?
So next episode we're going to talk about the some games that we found interesting and possibly worth playing from the Xbox Indie Showcase. So we'll give you some of the titles that we thought were worthy of us trying out. And
maybe we'll talk about some interesting games that might get you interested.
Yeah.
This is mostly obviously the title is this will be mostly heavily based on Xbox.
Mm-hmm.
So if you're not an Xbox person, sorry.
Yeah, right.
But yeah, that's next episode.
Yep. Cool.
All right, guys.
All right.
Stay indestructible.
Okay.
All right.
See ya.
Peace.
Game over.
Hey guys, how's it going? I hope you enjoyed the episode. We're on Facebook and Twitter, and if you go on our website with the same name, you can also find us on all the other kinds of stuff you can listen to us to. Anyways, hope you have a wonderful day, folks. Stay destructible, and peace.